This apple is 99 cents. This apple is $4. What is the difference and what does it have to do with the future of music? Everything. Right now, AI is flooding the world with music. It's perfect, it's instant, and it is 99 cents. And just like 100 years ago with the phonograph, musicians are panicking. But they are missing the other half of the story. Because this cheap music is what makes this possible. This isn't the end of music, it's the beginning of two new markets. One is about to become very cheap, accessible, and the other very expensive and boutique. This is the organic revolution for music, and it's probably the best thing that's happened to real artists in a century. Let me break it down.
I am Kemal Oksal, professor at Berklee College of Music. For over 20 years, I've worked as a music producer, conductor, and educator, leading orchestras, producing albums, and mentoring young artists. Now, I invite you to discover the stories that shape what we hear. Each week, I open the words behind the music, and whether you are a musician or not, you are invited. So, let's get started.
So what's the organic revolution? It's a predictable human pattern, rare, technology, and the twist. We have seen this movie many times. Let's watch it play out in food. Act 1. Before the 1920s, all food was organic. It was grown locally, by hand, it was hard to get and it was rare. Act 2. The Industrial Revolution, machines, mass production. Suddenly, food becomes accessible in abundance. Act 3. Fast forward to today, industrial food is normal. It's Walmart, and the new luxury is born, organic. We now pay 3 times more for the exact same thing our grandparents had. The value shifted from the product to the trust. Now let's watch the exact same 3 acts in music. Rare. Before 1900, all music was live. It was expensive, exclusive, and incredibly rare. Technology. The phonograph, the radio. Music becomes accessible and musicians panic.
Mr. 19?
Won't let my music go anywhere without me.
Hey, no, don't touch.
What are you doing? You can't do that.
The twist. Fast forward to today, streaming has made music almost free. Abundance is normal. And right on cue, technology strikes again. AI arrives. Infinite production, almost zero cost, and just like clockwork, everyone is panicking. But we are forgetting the twist. AI is the new industrial farming, which means the organic revolution, the new luxury in music, is just getting started. A few weeks ago, a song called Walk My Walk by an unknown artist named Breaking Rust suddenly appeared and hit #1 on Billboard chart. The headlines say a robot wrote a hit. The truth? It's credited a songwriter named Obier Rivaldo Tyler. But here's the mystery. No one knows who he is. He has no online footprint. Is he a frustrated human genius? Is he a marketing team? Or is he the Satoshi Nakamoto of country music? But whether Obier is real or not, he proves something uncomfortable. Think about it. Millions of people have access to the exact same AI tools right now. So why did this specific project hit #1 and not yours? Because the AI didn't do it. He did. He spotted a gap in the market. He built a brand. He gamed the algorithm. The AI was just a tool. And that brings us to the most important lesson of this entire video. AI is not your competitor. A human using AI is your competitor. But Breaking Rust is just one guy with a smart strategy. That's not the real threat. You want to see the real threat? This is the real threat. Spotify just admitted they are removing tens of millions of AI-generated spam tracks every year. That's real industrial farming. It's not music, it's audio content, filler, noise. It's the canned music for a grocery store. But let's look at the tool itself. I pulled the #1 song, Walk My Walk, into my DAW. And I want to show you something that's actually quite interesting. If you expect to see a robotic, perfect grid, look closer. This waveform is messy. The timing is moving. You can hear the singer take a breath between lines. It sounds human. So if it sounds human, what's the real difference? The real difference isn't in the sound. It's in the source. One is a reaction, the other is calculation. The AI imitating a product. The human is having an experience. It's what the ancient Greeks like Plato tried to define. They had a word for it, the soul, the principle of life. It's the part that is alive. And it all comes down to one simple, powerful word: risk. When you listen to a human, you are listening to risk. The risk of a note being missed, the risk of a voice cracking, the risk of failure, the risk of what makes it exciting. That's the story. AI can be programmed to fake an imperfection, but it cannot fake the risk yet. And that's the fundamental difference in how these two products are made. The AI track is manufactured, the human track is crafted. Here is what will happen. In 5 years, 90% of the music you hear in the background will be manufactured by AI. Music for videos, apps, stores, on-hold music, all AI. This is utility music. It's designed for function, not connection. You don't care about the story of the farmer who grew your 99-cent apple. You also won't care about the artist who manufactured your grocery store's background music. The abundant, accessible product at nearly zero cost. Because AI music will be everywhere, human-crafted music will become more valuable than ever. This will be a boutique market, small, highly specialized and based on trust, story, and a direct human connection. And it's already happening. The live music industry is having the biggest boom in history. Live Nation, the world's biggest promoter, just had its best year ever. The top 100 worldwide tours last year generated 9.17 billion. That's a 46% jump. A single tour, Taylor Swift's, generated over $1 billion. Why? Why are people paying thousands of dollars for a concert ticket? They are paying for the connection, for a shared and repeatable moment to be in the same room with an artist they love with 50,000 other people. The more digital our lives become, the more expensive physical reality becomes. This is happening in physical media too. Vinyl sales at a 30-year high. In the United States, for the second year in a row, vinyl outsold CDs. And let's be 100% clear, I know this is a tiny fraction compared to streaming, but that's the entire point. Vinyl proves that the boutique, organic market has always existed right alongside it for people who want a different experience. People are already paying for organic music. AI just gave it a name. So here's my prediction. In the next 3 years, we will see a new label on music, just like fair trade or organic on your coffee, certified human crafted. The new markers of luxury will be performed by real musicians, recorded in one take, no AI used, human imperfections preserved. So, the Walmart aisle and the organic aisle are here. What does this mean for you? For listeners, your job just got harder. And more important, you are no longer a passive consumer. You are now an active creator. You have to choose, am I listening for function or for connection? Your clicks, your playlists, your tickets are the new votes that will build the organic aisle. And if you're a musician, this is not a threat. This is probably the single biggest opportunity of your lifetime. Think about what the internet and social media did 15 years ago. They created an entirely new class of millionaires, YouTubers, streamers, influencers, who build empires not on perfect production, but on authenticity, story, and connection. AI is about to do the exact same thing to music. You are finally free from the perfect production race. You cannot compete with AI on volume and price. And now you don't have to. Your new job is to be the most interesting human in the organic aisle. And also your new competitive advantages are your live show, the one thing that cannot be manufactured, your story, proving your work is crafted, not generated, and your imperfections, the human fingerprints that AI can only imitate. The new superstars of music, the organic millionaires, they are among us right now. And they probably don't even realize that their authenticity, The one thing that they thought was unmarketable is now their single most valuable asset. Here's the one simple rule for all of human history. Technology always makes the average manufactured product cheaper, but it always makes the exceptional, crafted experience more valuable. AI can imitate an experience. It just cannot live one. It can manufacture a perfect product, but it has no self to put inside it. So, is AI the end of music? No. But is it the end of jobs in music? For many, yes. The utility music, the stock music, the canned music for grocery store, that manufactured job is going away. That's the painful, unavoidable truth. It's the end of music as a commodity. But it's also the beginning of music as a connection. It frees the human artist from the Walmart aisle and forces all of us into the organic aisle. It forces us to stop being product manufacturers and start being human storytellers. In a world of infinite manufactured copies, the most valuable asset becomes the original, a unique human.